Hey guys, Cybrex here bringing you another Gumballs and Dungeons video. In today's video we're going to go over the Mysterious Peanut Town event that is going on right now. If you have not checked it out yet, give it a go. Video here will take you through hard mode. The event is looking to gather the Great Guardian Gumball, which is from the Ranger Song faction. There's actually a limit. You can only get 20 fragments 6 times. To be able to unlock him, and that's with 300 of the black undead insect tokens, which can only be gathered from the event. Just to do a quick overview of the Great Guardian Gumball, we'll dive in here real quick. We'll see that his talent is to increase the exploration time. Looks like it's level 2 by half hour. I don't know if that's going to go up by half hours or quarter hours every time you level him up. And then he has a activated ability, it looks like, called Energy Shock. So it'll be interesting to see his usage in dungeons. So let's go ahead and go back, go into the event. We're going to use our lead Gumball as the Holy Warrior. I have a costume on him, so it may not look like what he usually looks like. Our links are going to be the Condottiere and the Machinist. Artifact wise, we're going to take in the Armor of Light Paladin. Let's take this for the defense, and then for a potion, decided to take the Werewolf potion. Probably doesn't quite matter. I always snag it anyway, just in case something crazy happens. I haven't seen anything random drop like some of the other mazes that come through. So, alright, so diving in, what you're gonna want, we're gonna work our way towards, title-wise, towards the Light Paladin, just in case you need to heal. Last couple runs I've done, I've not had the need to heal. So just throw some of our points in. I do suggest, if you can, snag some Explorer pieces as well, because you want to see where the enemies are at. There's a guy who shows up in which you can might be able to hit him with a rocket, taking out one of these guys. I believe there's a guy looking for a portrait. So, say okay to him. Gives you the portrait. And you're going to be kind of diving through these floors and just kind of hitting these guys. These range guys have a high dodge attribute. These guys do a bleeding effect. And they also can do thump, doing 1.5 damage on return. You should be, don't do quite what I'm doing here. Be checking all the tiles before you flip them. Like I said, there's a guy looking for a portrait you can find, and you're supposed to be able to kill him with you can kill him with one of the missiles. That's why we bring the Machinist with us. We also use him for the final boss as well. It's not this guy. This guy spawns a whole bunch of units. And you cannot get him to go away until you wipe out everything on the board. Then he drops a mustache. Which is the mustache, defense, and increase on spell effect. Mainly we're to look at for defense. I'm going to slap that in there. Artificial mouth, not really necessary. We're not going to be working on power at all. So let's keep going. You guys are a little ways away, aren't they? And just watch your HP. I can pretty much kind of, because of my levels. Alright, so this is the guy that's looking for the portrait. Apparently you're supposed to be able to kill him. Let's check it out. Let's use the burst rocket. Okay. So instead of giving him the portrait, you can just take him out. Interesting. The portrait will do the same thing. Don't know if we can reuse the portrait for anything else. I haven't checked that out yet. I want to just get this out there for you guys to know a good team to run this with. You might be able to run it with a Zerg team. Though looking at what my clanmates, alliance mates, what do you want to call them? One of our higher level guys had tried that and kind of found it not to work quite as well. So kind of test that out if you want to. This happened to be one that someone said worked out great for them, so I gave it a shot, and seems fairly easy enough. Like I said, I just kind of face roll through the maze itself. Yeah, it never hurts picking up something like that, just to have to decrease EP consumption. You know what, we'll see if anyone else pops up that we can take out. I'm pretty sure I tried using the rocket on the old dude and he didn't seem to take any damage, so plus you have to launch a couple rockets to get him to go down. His corpse shows up at the end of the maze. And he gives you some of those black insect tokens that we need to use to get our rewards from the event shop. I don't remember if there's anybody else that pops up other than at the end there, at floor 14, there's a butcher that shows up. Not the butcher as in what you see in the Hero's Village. They just call him the butcher. That was interesting. Okay. I have not seen that before. Blind isn't really a treasure to me, and neither is 800 coin, but that works. Alright, so here is the final floor before the boss. We should see the butcher guy show up. Yep, inside the slaughterhouse. Alright, let's go ahead and title out. Like I said, for the sake of make sure you don't die, head towards the Light Paladin. I don't think this gets us anything. I'll use it. Use the extra EP one up. Alright, so that's maxed out. Don't need that anymore. Let's go and enter into here. Interesting, there's usually another guy. There's usually another body in here. Let's see, does Burst Rocket get us? Nope, doesn't show anything. I was wondering if there's any other extra damage you can do to anything, like those corpses. Looks like not. You can just search them and get some of those black insect tokens. And then last floor will be our boss. Like I said, down here in the right hand corner, you see that's the corpse of the old man that we ran into. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like we will actually be able to take these guys out. Now, I wish I hadn't used as many burst rockets as I did. Let's see. So let's throw them at the Guardian to do as much damage as we can to everybody. This would definitely be a time where you're going to want to have the Light Paladin. Alright, and then use the nuke missiles on the big guy. He actually hurts quite a bit, and his health is pretty high. We'll take a look at the stats real quick. 2400 health. Launch attack every 3 rounds, inflicting triple damage to the enemy and adding severely injured effect. So you see your attack and power takes a dive. His attack increases by 5 each round. Physical and spell resistance of 50%. Currently he's burned because of the burst rocket, losing HP. It was an 80 every round. I guess the burst rocket does that. Nope, it's the nuke missile. interesting. If you look at the gumball right now, when you use these, I don't know what happened with the new update, but now that rocket gets stuck there. So if anybody from the dev team happens to see that, hey, look. Alright, so we get those 2 items. Click on him, you get, should be 13, I think it's 13 every time. Alright, so if you get to the point where you kill a guy looking for the portrait and you get them to pop up to fight them, black steel stick, get 5 gems out of that. This landscape painting give you 5,000 coins. So if you go about actually giving the portrait to the guy, you'll run across Guardian Gumball and you'll have found the prints, and they'll show up here, and Guardian Gumball will help you, and then that guy will reward you with that same portrait that we see here. Alright, so there is the run. There are the spoils. Good to get those gems if you can. Again, we have that Light Paladin backup to re-heal if you run across that you don't have the HP to run this. Alright guys, there's a run. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like for me. If you want to see more of this content coming out in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Any events that come out, I tried to make a video on. I believe I have the Continental one, the Planet Smuggling one, and the Bishop one as well already on the channel. So any new ones come out, I'll put them there.